Welcome back to another episode of Sweet Tea and Stories. Thank you so much for joining me today. So today I'm going to be talking about a camping trip that I went on about 8 or 10 years ago with my dad, my brother, my buddy Greg, Mark, and Eric. So we'd all got off work that afternoon. I think it was a Friday afternoon. And we take off to East Tennessee. By the time we get there, it's already dark. It's kind of getting a little cold. And so we just find a place to set up, get our tents up. And so, me and my dad actually, we had this little bitty tent. So we're all up in that tent. And then I realized after I've fallen asleep and wake up freezing that my sleeping bag has a giant hole in it. So we weren't that far from the car, so I just got my stuff and went and slept in the car. I was like, I'm going to be freezing to death out here. Thought that was pretty funny. And then, so the next day we get up, we take off hiking, and for whatever reason I thought, we're going to be out here for a couple of days. We're actually going to be out there for a day and a half. So I had just packed. I've always overpacked in my life. You ever overpack and then you're just kind of like, why did I do that? Well, I had done that this time, but it was with canned food. I had so much canned food in my bag. I mean, it would have been enough food for everybody. It was kind of ridiculous how much I had packed. So we're hiking about a mile into the hike, 24 mile round trip. A mile in, I thought, there's no way I'm going to be able to carry this. It was just way too heavy. So hiked back, dumped it in the car, and hiked that other mile back. So I ended up doing about 25. My dad came with me. So we finally catch up with everybody, and we're just walking on these huge bluffs and just looking down over this valley, and the trees were changing, the air was cool and crisp. It was just, it was beautiful. And so we're just having fun, just walking and enjoying each other's company, and just having conversations and just generally goofing off, because that's kind of what that whole group of my dad, my brother, and all the friends, we just like to goof off a lot and joke around. And so we were hiking to this cabin, and you can't really reserve this cabin, so we're just kind of hoping that nobody's going to be there. So we finally get there, 12 miles in, get to this cabin, set up, and we build a fire. And I guess that thing hadn't been used a whole lot, so we started building a fire, and the whole cabin smoked up. Now this cabin was probably only,